Yes, Fire.
Are we cursed?
Why do you ask that?
Because we're stranded on an unknown planet with no way to get off the world.
And then we find a ship. Sounds lucky to me, not cursed.
Have you looked up?
Oh! Oh, shit.
I mean, who the fuck builds a ship underground?
That is an excellent question.
I mean, the path we came in on is way too damn small to get this thing out. I mean, does it teleport or what?
That would be too easy.
Well, what's the next move, Captain?
Well, I guess we go inside, see what we can learn about it.
You sure that's a good idea?
I'm open to suggestions.
What about booty twaps?
You mean booby traps?
That's what I said! Booty twaps!
Goonies never die! Excuse me. We've got to get inside and figure this thing out, but your point is well taken. Let's be careful in there.
I'm going to suggest we split up. I mean, if we set off a trap, the other can at least come in and render some aid. And we can search twice as fast.
Make it happen. Good luck, man.
Commander, how are you doing?
I'm a bit cramped. Sitting for too long. I think my ass is asleep. Permanently.
How is your ass asleep if you are talking to me? You make no sense sometimes.
It's a figure of speech, Bob. Did you need something, or is this a social call?
I wanted to inform you that our intelligence network has picked up a massive amount of movement in Marduk's fleets. 2 entire fleets have gone missing, and the other fleets are reorganizing to cover their positions. Something big is going down.
Well, if we're lucky, the Klang are pulling out and heading back to their corner of the galaxy. I hear Admiral Arlen's given them hell.
I have already sent him a warning, but I am more concerned that Marduk picked up the same transmission you did and is moving to intercept. Be careful out there, Commander. Without you, this rebellion is doomed. I will be hard-pressed to garner support amongst my people without you present.
Understood, Bob. I'll be careful. Tuba out.
Hey, Fire, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. You dead yet?
Not yet. You find anything useful?
Just long corridors so far. I've seen some writing on the walls, but I can't make much of anything out of it.
Yeah, that's clear. I've come across a little bit myself. Keep looking. Let me know if you find anything that looks like a bridge or engineering deck. Let's see if we can at least get the power turned on and open some of these doors. Assuming, of course, that they left the tank stopped off.
We're not that lucky. You know better than that.
You're probably right. Wait! I think I found something.
What you got?
Looks like the bridge.
Can you see a big ol' switch?
I can't make anything out of these readouts. I'm really missing Allie right now. She'd be able to read these, I bet you.
Kinda hard to trust her after the last stunt.
She could have killed us, Fire. Instead, she led us here. To this.
You do remember the whole crashing into the planet and nearly dying thing, right?
I know, but, I mean, come on. How many crashes have we survived now?
Hey, newsflash, brain trust. The only reason you even survived those wrecks is because Allie locked you into your chair and stiffened your suit. She told me herself.
That little... Still, I trust her. She didn't have to teleport you to the Odyssey before she jumped us out. She could have let you die there in the Redeemer.
Yeah. I still think you're just a sucker for any girl that'll give you attention. Same thing I've been telling you for years. Huh. I just found engineering, I think.
All I know is I miss her. Strange not having her around. She's been with me for so long. She's basically a part of me.
Well, why don't you just ask her to come back?
Huh?
I guarantee you she's still listening to us.
How do you figure?
'Cause that's kinda what she does.
Allie? You there? Damn it, Fire. I got my hopes up for nothing.
Heh. I really expected her to answer you. Damn. Guess she really is gone. Dude, I can't make out what any of this stuff says. At this point, it's kind of like a 50-50 on whether if I hit the power button or self-destruct.
Look, I'm in the same boat. Logic tells me this would be the captain's chair, but that's human logic, which could be completely different from whatever these guys were. But at the same time, this place looks very familiar to what our ships look like. Back at the same problem we've had with all the different alien races we've encountered.
Yeah, like, why do they build all the same shit?
Exactly.
So, what do we do now?
Well, time is on our side. Let's see what we can do about translating these panels. We'll figure out the big questions later.
Okay, Bob. I'm about to exit jump space.
Roger, roger. My rescue fleet will be within instant jump range in 2 hours. Hopefully, you will not need us.
You actually put together a rescue fleet?
Yes. We jumped out not long after you did. It is not a large fleet, Commander. Do not expect much. It was all I could convince the others to spare.
It's nice to know you care, Bob. Thanks.
My pleasure, sir.
Exiting jump space now. Holy shit. Bob, we're not the first ones to this party. Taking evasive action.
I am receiving your telemetry now, Commander. We cannot take on that fleet. You have an entire battle group in orbit around the planet right now.
I'm aware, Bob.
Get out of there, Commander.
I'm trying, Bob. I'm hit, Bob. I'm going down.
Report.
A small transport entered the system just after our arrival, my lord. The craft was damaged and is currently on a collision course with the planet. It is out of our weapons range and moving too quickly for us to catch up. Sensors indicate it was piloted by one human, who does not match our database of known biosignatures, but was also present at the last ambush.
Rebels. So Captain Firefox is involved with the rebels after all. What have you found on the planet?
We located the crash site and are in geosynchronous orbit over it now. We detected no life signs anywhere on the planet.
If there are no life signs, then who built the new structures?
It has been a considerable amount of time since they crashed, my lord. It is possible that survivors perished while trying to survive after the crash.
Take no chances. Destroy the crash site and the new structures. Remain in orbit until you receive new orders. I want constant life sign scans conducted on the planet.
Understood, my lord.
Well, Fire, I think the squiggly-looking squid thing may be an E.
How you figure that?
I have no idea. Work with me here. I'm making this up as I go.
Captain? Commander? Is that you?
Tuba! You big, beautiful bastard, you! How the hell you been?
I've been better. I'm currently running from a fleet of enemy ships and a small transport. Oh, and my ship is on fire.
Where are you, Tuba? Maybe we can come to you.
I'm about to crash at the planet you sent the signal from.
That would mean that there's a fleet in orbit around us?
Yup, and it looks like they're about to rain pain down on you.
Ah, shit, not again.
Meh. So much for the base.
I was just starting to like it, too.
Same here.
Focus.
Sorry, Tuba, can you maneuver at all?
Not really. It's everything I can do not to completely lose control of this ship.
Can you try and home in on our transmissions? Pilot as close to us as you can.
Oh no, I can't do that. I'm just a big flaming brick right now, falling from space. And the planet's getting pretty big.
You'll be fine. We crash all the time.
Fire, my ship is considerably smaller than what you could usually crash.
Figure out a way to survive the crash, then get away from the ship. I assume that fleet is about to blow up anything above the primitive level on this planet.
Now that is a fun thought.
I'll see what I can do. I suggest you guys get away from your base. I'll talk to you if I survive the crash.
Good luck, kid.
Bob, I love you. Parachutes, brilliant.
I am one with the force. The force is with me. I am one with the force. The force is with me. I am one with the force. The force is with me. Come on, Bob. Your stupid blood for Star Wars stuff. I am one with the force. The force is with me. I am one with the force. The force is with me.
Hey, Captain. You notice anything odd?
Yeah, they're not shooting at us.
I don't think they know we're here.
I think you're right. And I think I know why they built this ship underground.
My guess is the rock is shielding us from their sensors.
Either that or there's some sort of shield or cloak or something shielding us from detection.
Either way, I think we're safe. Well, for now.
Yeah, well, until they send in ground troops.
Yeah. I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah, maybe we'll get lucky.
Not likely.
Hey guys, I'm alive.
Good! Now get underground. The rocks will block you from detection. We think.
Already ahead of you there. Don't forget about me. I'll contact you when the shooting stops. I don't want to give away my position.
We ain't gonna leave without you, bud.
Well, I guess we go back to the waiting game. Let's go ahead and check out the rest of this structure, see if we can't find some clues about how they planned on getting out of here with this ship.
Kinda putting the cart before the horse, aren't you?
Probably. I'm tired of staring at gibberish. Let's take a walk.
My lord, any and all traces of refined materials have been eliminated from the planet's surface. Additionally, all mammalian life has also been eliminated.
Any sign of the captain's body?
No, my lord. We have yet to locate any sign of him.
Keep looking. Send in ground troops if you need to. I want confirmation that he is dead before anyone leaves that planet.
Understood, my lord.
Hey, Captain. You're gonna want to come see this.
Where are you?
I'm outside the ship. Near what I assume is the back of the ship.
On my way.
Hey, while you're coming, I've got something I've been wanting to talk to you about.
Oh, Lord. Let's hear it.
What fleet is in orbit?
Yeah, I've been wondering that myself.
I couldn't help but notice Tuba didn't say.
I mean, in his defense, he was about to crash into a planet at the time.
True, but we can assume a few things.
Such as?
Well, to start with, we've been frozen for a long while.
What makes you say that?
Well, I mean, imagine if we were only asleep for a few hours. There wouldn't have been time for someone to amass a fleet to come and kill us. I mean, I'd assume there would still be some turmoil from our attack.
Okay, yeah, I can agree with that. I mean, the snow all over the ground was another clue.
Second, I can only assume we lost the battle.
How you figure?
Well, mostly because Tuba showed up in an itty-bitty ship, and the enemy showed up with a giant fucking fleet.
Good point. Maybe the rest of our fleet is on its way. And we don't know the size of the fleet in orbit. Hell, if Tuba hadn't shown up, we never would have known about it. I see why you wanted me to come see this.
Yeah, kind of figured you'd like to know that there's another ship in here.
You think we now know why the entrance to the cave was carved out? I bet this thing fits real nice through there.
My thoughts, exactly.
Hey, at least we don't have to walk to go pick up Tuba.
Boy, except for that tiny little detail, the fact that there's a fleet over our head.
Ooh, yeah, there is that. They can't stay like that forever, though. Can they?
Well, shit, I hope not.
This thing looks damaged. Think it can fly?
Shit, your guess is as good as mine. I mean, they got it in here somehow, right? There's not really any sign of it being damaged while it was in here.
Man, I'm getting a lot more questions than answers right now.
Yeah, I mean, basically business as usual then, right?
Yeah, unfortunately. Alright. Why don't you see what you can do to figure this ship out? I'll head back to the bridge, see what I can come up with for the big ship.
Captain?
Go ahead, Tuba.
Any chance you can give me your coordinates?
Wish I could, but we're pretty lost here, too. Allie used to set our coordinates for us. Without her or a GPS system, I'm at a loss on how to set coordinates, let alone give them to you.
Well, then how the hell are we supposed to meet up?
We just found an atmospheric craft. We will pick you up once the fleet overhead goes away. I don't want to chance taking it out with them still overhead.
How will you know when they're gone?
I don't know. I hadn't thought of that.
So just keep talking. I can home in on your signal.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the captain can keep on flapping his gums for you.
I bet. Wait. Did you just say you found a ship?
Oh, yeah. We found all sorts of stuff laying around.
Care to explain?
Not over the radio. I'll explain everything once we meet. Oh, hey, Tuba?
Yeah, Captain?
How long have we been missing?
It's been a little over 6 months now.
Holy shit, 6 months?
Yep, a lot has happened since you guys left.
It wasn't our choice. Oh, hey, by the way, glad you got off the Gallapagos safely.
Oh, well, it was a close call. Most of my guys didn't make it.
Yeah, I could see them start exploding as we jumped out. Rough fight.
You could say that.
Who won, by the way?
Well, we did, initially. Admirals Arlen and Nelson were able to wipe out Key's forces even with the loss of our Independence cruisers, the Redeemer, and the Odyssey.
You said initially? What happened next?
Well, then 2 Klang Motherships showed up.
Yeah. That'll ruin your day. How the hell did they know when and where to show up?
Well, it turns out that they were commanded by none other than Marduk himself.
Marduk!
Oh yeah, forgot you guys hadn't heard about his return. Marduk is back.
How is that even possible? I saw him die.
We're not really sure, actually. All we know is that he showed up, allied with the Klang, and wrecked face. He killed Key, destroyed 2 of our Centaurian battleships, and drove the rest of the fleet off.
Damn! There's 2 of those damn things now? I thought Arlen said there was only 1.
There used to be only 1. From what we could tell, when you guys killed Marduk, his clone woke up with the Klang. Then he commissioned the new Mothership, took over command of the Klang fleet, and launched his attack on Key's Federation. We don't even know if he knew we were going to be there when he showed up. It could have all been a coincidence.
I doubt that.
Yeah, same here. Marduk wasn't much for coincidences.
So, what happened after the battle?
Well, it was all downhill after that. With Key dead, the Federation fell to one of her admirals. He put up a fight, but he was no match for Marduk and the Klang. After a few battles, the Federation surrendered, and all remaining ships fell to Marduk. With the Federation under his fold once again, Marduk turned his eyes on Earth.
Oh, no.
Go on, to.
Earth put up a good fight, guys. We destroyed most of the ships Marduk sent towards us, until the Motherships showed up, that is. They tore through what was left of our fleet. Admiral Nelson died on the last Centaurian, defending Kennedy Station long enough to evacuate the civilians back down planetside.
Damn. So Nelson's been dead this whole time?
I'm sorry, Captain. You went out a hero. I hope we can all go out like you did.
So Earth fell. What about our colonies?
The colonies fell soon after Earth did. With no fleet to speak of, the colonies didn't even put up a fight. Marduk offered peace to the colonies that surrendered, and destruction to those who stood against him. The choice was easy for most to make.
He does have a habit for destroying worlds.
Well, so far, he hasn't slipped into his old ways of killing off populations. He seems to have adopted some of Key's policies, and is using the populations of his conquered territories to work for him. Unfortunately, he isn't paying for their work. It's basically slave labor. Well, it is slave labor.
Jesus.
So I'm assuming that's Marduk's fleet overhead?
It sure is.
Yeah, that's not good.
How'd you get to us?
Well, I received your Monty Python message.
No, I mean, if Earth fell, why aren't you dead? And how did you get off the planet to come find us?
Ah, good question. I'm alive because I was sent to the Gaian Consortium to ask for their help against Marduk. I was a friendly face and was asked to go serve as an emissary. When I returned home, I found Marduk's fleet in orbit, the Kennedy Station still burning. Our strike group destroyed several ships before we jumped out due to the motherships approaching our location. We spent the next several weeks gathering information and survivors for the colonies and marshalling as many ships and munitions as we could to mount a resistance.
Sounds like you've been busy.
Well, we've been mostly ineffective for the longest time. We were actually starting to suffer from folks leaving the Resistance out of boredom until the Utu Confederation contacted us.
The Utu? Tell me you've met Bob.
Yep, Bob was the one who contacted us. We had completely forgotten about the Utu. He offered us a massive intelligence network and a good-sized strike force to use against Marduk and the Klang. He even upgraded the Independence cruiser I was commanding, newly commissioned as a Gallapagos II, the first in the Freedom class of cruisers. We've been actively rebelling against Marduk since then, striking his shipping lanes and supply routes as best we can. We had been making a real impact until recently, when Marduk set a trap. We lost several ships, and most others were heavily damaged. It'll take us a while to recover from that.
Damn. Fire, we're not allowed to miss 6 months again. Looks like we've missed all the fun.
Agreed. Although I assume we'd both be dead right now had we not been sent here. No way either of us would have surrendered. We both would have died with Nelson in orbit around Earth.
Yeah, you're probably right. Everything happens for a reason, right? So Tuba, what's the plan to stop Marduk?
Actually, Captain, that's why I'm here. We're hoping you have a plan.